Now let's look at what happens within atoms when they react with each other in an ionic way. Okay, so this question asks what happens to a chlorine atom when it reacts. It's easiest if we have a look at it in conjunction with something else. So here the example is where a sodium atom is reacting with a chlorine atom. Okay, we can see that the sodium's got 1 electron on the outer shell, whereas chlorine has only got 7 electrons on the outer shell. So to get a full outer shell of electrons, which is what all atoms try to do to make them more stable, and it's why they react. Okay, it gains 1 electron. The chlorine atom gains 1 electron from the sodium, and that makes a chloride ion. So you can see here the chloride ion has got an extra electron here, and that gives it a negative charge. Ends up with a 1 minus charge because originally it had 0 charge and it's gained 1 electron. Electrons, remember, are negative, so it ends up with a 1 minus charge. Okay, this one asks what happens to the sodium atom when it reacts. So again, using the same example, here instead of it gaining an electron, it's actually losing that electron. So when it loses this electron, the whole of the outer shell disappears, making the outer shell the second shell. So again, it's doing it to become more stable and to have a full outer shell of electrons. It does that by losing 1 electron. Now then, if you're losing a negative, if you do a minus charge, you end up with a positive charge. So it's 0 charge to start with here, and you've taken away -1. So 0 minus -1 ends up with a positive charge. So you end up, the atom will lose an electron to get a full outer shell and becomes a positive charged ion. So here sodium with a 1+ charge.